Hello, I'm Jim Houston with Craig Simpson, welcoming you to an exciting matchup between the New York Islanders and the Philadelphia Flyers. New York hopes to take a 2-game lead with a win on home ice.
Well, Jim, they have to take a must-win approach to this game. A loss here, and it's a brand-new series. You can't do that and still expect to get far in the playoffs.
Here's a look at tonight's referee.
Jim, he's been around for 8 seasons and calls a pretty solid game. The one thing he won't allow, though, is guys delivering dirty hits.
All right, now let's get down to center ice for the opening faceoff. Faceoff won by Pekka. In over the line. Saved by Esch. Moved ahead. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Rubbed off the puck by Kavasha. A lateral pass. Over the line. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Pekka shoots the puck. Brings it out. Gagne controls the puck. Recchi grabbed it. Gets the shot off. DiPietro reached out for the puck.
Jim, you can see emotions are starting to run high. There's been a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle.
About to drop the puck. Flyers get the draw. Play back. Big hit.
That's real action.
Creamed.
Now that's physical play.
In the corner. Over the blue line. Shove. Over the line. Behind the net. Out of their defensive end. End to end. Right in front. Brilliant save. Pekka shoots it quickly. Through center. In over the line. The ref indicates a delayed call. Hammerlick will serve time for hooking. Philadelphia is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. It builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
Played over the blue line. Shove. In front. Esch made the brilliant save.
Jim, I think he's stunned. He made a perfect shot and can't believe that the goalie stopped it.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. Roenick wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the line. Taken out.
That hit leveled him.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets checked by Janssen out of their defensive end. In over the line. Checked.
That's what you call a big-time hit.
Brings it out. New York puts its #1 penalty-killing unit out. Skating through center ice. Over the blue line. DiPietro got a pad on it. And he hangs on to the puck. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Roenick. He gets bowled over by Gagne.
No ducking that one.
Over the line. He gets rocked by a coin.
Sent him flying.
Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. Nice hit. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Moved across. Philadelphia is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Over the blue line. Knocked over.
No shortage of physical play here.
The Islanders are going to make a full change. Shove. Brings it out. Over the line. LeClaire. Wrist shot. Carpet sand. Blocks the shot. Brings it out. Moved over. Shove.
That was a huge check.
Played over. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Saved by DiPietro. In over the line. Turned aside by Esch. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. Now you talk about great defensemen in this league, and this guy really makes it all happen at the back end.
Jim, he's like a catalyst out there, consistently feeding forwards with breakout passes. And hey, I say he wouldn't hesitate.
Ooh, look out! Big hit! Brings it out. Over the blue line. Blocked. Over the line. Flattened.
That was a great check.
Quick puck movement. Into the attacking zone. He gets out-muscled by Martinez. Played back. DiPietro hangs on for the whistle. The action's about to start. Face-off won by Roenick. Played across. In over the line. Sent flying.
He felt that one.
Recchi missed the net. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. Out of their defensive end. Philadelphia Flyers are going to change players. At center. Over the line. Blake with a wrist shot. Saved by Esch. Pushed. Quick shot. Blocked. Moved ahead by Pitkanen. New York puts its checking line out. In over the line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Passed over by a coin. He gets taken out by Pitkanen. Over the blue line. Checked.
Great hustle and a great hit.
Moved over. In front. Turned away by DiPietro. Knocked over.
Lots of contact there.
It's chipped up by Pitkanen. New York under attack in its own end of the rink. Rink-wide pass. Over the line. Blocked. Delayed penalty coming up. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Checked. Quick puck movement. Shoots quickly. DiPietro made the save. Hamilton will go to the box for hooking. Philadelphia will get a second chance on the power play here. And the faceoff is won by Roenick. Brings it out. He gets hit by Recchi. Passed over. Over the blue line. Played across. Gagne! DiPietro turns it aside. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Over. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoved. Centered. Big save. He hangs on to the puck. New York has one of the most potent offenses in the league. Move the puck as well as any team, and they can score from almost every position.
Yeah, they're a tough test for any defense.
The faceoff goes to Philadelphia. Right in front. Turned away by DiPietro. Brings it out. Over the line. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. Steve Sterling joined the Islanders organization after a very successful career as a minor pro hockey coach.
Well, Jim, just before taking on the head coaching duties in New York, Sterling led the Islanders' AHL affiliate in Bridgeport to the Calder Cup Finals, and that earned him Coach of the Year honors.
Yashin gets smoked.
He's a tough guy, but that was a hard hit.
Into the attacking zone, a lateral pass. It's picked off by a coin. LeClaire grabs it, fires it. It goes wide. Big hit.
That was a heavy hit.
Over the blue line. Markov knocks him over.
That was a tough hit.
In over the line.
Hit, a big, clean hit.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Turned aside by Esch. Brings it out. Philadelphia is now 0 for 2 on the power play. The Islanders are going to make a full change. Hunter gets bowled over.
That one rattled his cage.
Brings it out. It's passed across by Leclerc. Blake grabbed it. Leveled.
Now that was a wake-up call.
Recchi. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Brings it out. In over the line. DiPietro reached out for the puck. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets crushed by Leclerc. Play is stopped while the glass is replaced.
An absolutely huge hit. The one thing you can't do is play with your head down, and he follows through and absolutely explodes into that hit.
The puck is about to be dropped. Face-off won by Pekka. It's played over by Roenick. Over the line. He gets pushed by Pekka. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Rubbed off the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. Bowled over.
You can't hit much harder than that.
Roenick is going to the box for hooking. New York will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Hunter gets knocked over at center. Over the line. Hanzus shoots the puck. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Taken out.
Full contact.
Brings it out. In over the line. He knocked him off the puck. Passed across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Passed over by Pekka. Johnson runs him over. And that'll do it. The first period draws to an end in a scoreless tie as we head to the break.
Our arena restaurant offers great food with spectacular views of all the ice action. Call out for reservations to our next home game.
After a very competitive opening frame, they're ready to drop the puck to start the second. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. And the face-off is won by Pekka. He gets muscled off the puck.
What a hit!
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Esch freezes the puck.
He is one of the best body checkers in the league, and you can see how he explodes through that check.
The players are lined up and ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to the Islanders. This power play's half. Oh, shot! Esch Johnson scores on the power play. There was plenty of power in that power play.
They utilized the advantage nicely and banged it home.
This team was not able to keep up their defensive intensity.
And that's a bad sign. This match is going to be decided by defense. That means you have to own the ice inside your blue line.
Advances the puck. Bumped by Desjardins. Centered by Pekka. Slap shot ripped by a coin. He misses the net. Moved ahead. Into the attacking zone. Big hit.
He caught him square on that one.
Brings it out. In over the line. Taken out.
Jim, that's old-time hockey.
Over the blue line. In front. Big save by DiPietro. Over the line. Checked. Right in front. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shot hard by Roenick. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Pekka gets checked.
Jim, that one had to hurt.
Shoots the puck. Brings it out. It's passed over by Leclerc. Cranked him. Out of their defensive end. Over the line.
He still doesn't know where he went. Great deep.
Brings it out. Across, in over the line. Shoots quickly. Huge save.
Jim, he cannot believe his eyes. He had that one already up on the scoreboard, only to find the goalie to make a great save.
We're ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Sketcher. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets laid out by Desjardins. Quick puck movement out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoots! Awesome save! Esch can really handle the puck.
He gets out of his crease in a hurry and tracks down the dump-ins. Now that's such a huge asset because it forces the other team to try to carry it in.
Pekka won the draw. Brings it out. Over center. Over the line. Brings it out. Over. In over the line. He gets rocked by Ragnarsson. Played up. Out of their defensive end. Philadelphia Flyers are going to change players. Circles the net. In front. Gets the shot off. They're getting ready for the face-off. And the face-off is won by Sketcher. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. Into the attacking zone. Wrist shot by Summit. Stick save. Out of their defensive end. End to end. A lateral pass. Sketcher. Door slammed shut by Esch. Brings it out. In over the line. In front. Saved by DiPietro. Pad save. Brings it out. Played across. Over the blue line. Esch makes the save. Across. Over the line. Knocked down. Sketchered out of their defensive end. In over the line. Gets rubbed off the puck. Leclerc grabbed it. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone. Over the blue line. Shove. In front. DiPietro hangs on for the whistle. Greg, I think the Flyers are lucky to have a guy like Ken Hitchcock at the helm.
Well, Jim, with a Stanley Cup ring on his finger and Olympic gold under his belt, he knows what it takes to get this team to the top.
Roenick wins the faceoff. It's played across by Cairns. Brings it out. Over the line. Big hit. Into the attacking zone. Taken out. Carpet sand. Brings it out. In over the line. Big hit. Out of their defensive end. It's played over by Leclerc. Hip check. Pekka brings it out. Over the blue line. Shoots the puck. Hit. Over the line. He gets taken out by Roenick.
He put him in his place with a strong hit.
Into the attacking zone. Bowled over. Philadelphia puts its third line out. Passed ahead. In over the line. The crowd's upset. No penalty called. Over the blue line. Esham knocks him off the puck. Quick pass up. Brings it out. Over the line. Across. Quick shot by Jonsson. Esch freezes the puck. It didn't take this guy too many tries to put one in the back of the net.
Well, if you want to be valuable to your team's offense, you've got to focus on getting your shot off quickly and as often as you can.
Philadelphia wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Cairns. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Checked. Brings it out. In over the line. Brings it up. Recchi into the attacking zone. Over the line. Esch reached out for the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Hit. Scores!
A good wrist shot is hard to stop, and that was a good wrist shot.
New York lets one in, and it's a tie game.
This late in the period, the rough ice can really affect puck movement.
Face-off won by Sketcher. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shoots! Stick save by DiPietro. Over the line. Wrist shot by Hamilton. Esch reached out for the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Right in front. LaPointe scores!
The puck came back out, and he was ready and waiting for it.
New York better hustle if they want to tie this up before the break.
If they can score now, it'll leave the third period wide open.
Quick puck movement. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Yashin brings it out. In over the line. Shove. Fires it. Esch makes the pad save. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Pushed. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Great save! Played up. Over the line. Hard wrist shot by Leclerc. Great save by DiPietro. Yashin gets called for charging.
That'll cost him 2 minutes, and he's lucky it didn't cost him more.
Philadelphia will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. Islanders win the draw. Brings it out. In over the line. Esch reached out for the puck. Short pass. Over the blue line. He gets run over by a coin. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Rocked. Markov. Over the line. Rubbed off the puck by Janssen. Centers it. Leg save by DiPietro. Leclerc scores! That's a power play goal.
They used the manpower advantage to net that last goal. Nicely done indeed.
The faceoff goes to Philadelphia. He gets hit by Pekka. In over the line. Crashed. Quick pass up. Brings it out. And there's the horn to end the second. 3-1's the score as we head to the break.
Next weekend for a sneak peek at next year's models from the world's top automobile manufacturers.
They're ready to drop the puck and get period number 3 underway. About to drop the puck. Islanders get the faceoff. Over the blue line. He gets leveled by Malakoff. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Leclerc shoots it hard. Blocked. Brings it out. Over the line. Big hit. Right in front. Backhand. Just wide of the net. Rink wide pass. In over the line. Flattened.
He's taken out of the play.
Moved ahead. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In front. Bowled over. Played across. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Muscled off the puck. Run over. An offside against the Islanders.
Jim, this is an emotional game, but right now the coach has to be feeling the heat for that missed call.
Well, let's have a look here at why he's all fired up. You be the judge. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Pekka won the draw. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Delayed penalty coming up for Philadelphia. Shoots the puck. Esch with a stick save. Ragnarsson will serve time for charging.
The referee caught him red-handed. He had lined up the player from across the rink, and that's not going to fly. Good call.
New York has one power play goal already, and they'll get a second opportunity here. And the faceoff is won by Pekka. He gets flattened.
Thumped him that time.
Over the blue line. Cranked him. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Jonsson.
He got his man on that hit.
Over the line. Checked. Hammerlick. Denied by Esch. Hanzus brings it out. Philadelphia puts its #1 penalty-killing unit out. DiPietro made the save. Out of their defensive end. Big hit. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Kabasha. Pekka brings it out. In over the line. Mowed down.
That's going to leave a mark.
Rocked.
That'll rattle your teeth.
Passed over right in front. Esch makes the stick save. He covers up. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Pekka. Scramble for the puck. A shot from the slot by Kabasha. Esch covers up. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Pekka wins the faceoff. In front. Shot quickly by Kabasha. Rocked. Centering pass. Esch shuts the door. Hunter fires. Esch covers up for the whistle. The action's about to start. And the faceoff is won by Pekka. Right in front. Stick save. Esch covers up. The puck is about to be dropped. Faceoff won by Pekka. Passed across. New York is now 1 for 2 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Over the blue line. Big glove save by DiPietro. Brings it out. In over the line. Shot from the wing by Pekka. Shot blocked by Ragnarsson. Hammerlick. In front. Esch with an awesome save. He hangs on.
This guy scored a goal tonight, and so far he's been key in helping his team press the attack.
That's so true, Craig, and it always gives a player a real morale boost when he's on the score sheet. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Pekka. Moved back. Brings it out. Over the line. Knocked down. Moved up. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Smoked. Right in front. Esch made the huge save. Karpatsan really jumps into the play well. I haven't seen him get caught pinching yet.
Well, he anticipates where the play is moving so well, and he adjusts to make the most of his opportunity.
We're ready for the faceoff. Islanders win the draw. Pekka now with the puck. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Passed ahead. Quick shot by Recchi. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets checked by Leclerc. Advances the puck out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Hit! Right in front. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets bowled over by Cairns. Over the line. He gets hit by Malakoff.
Talk about laying a guy out.
Esch freezes the puck. Philadelphia has stayed out of penalty trouble so far, and that's a great sign.
Well, the key is they haven't backed down at all, but they've avoided the retaliation penalties. Those will kill you.
Face-off won by Roenick. Played across. Over the blue line. He gets laid out by Hammerlick. Blake. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets bumped off the puck. Recchi grabbed it. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Yashin has his pocket pick. Rink-wide pass. Over the line. Bumped by a coin. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Big hit. In over the line. Turned aside by DiPietro. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In front. Pad save. Passed across. Over the line. It's moved over by Sketcher. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Martinek lays him out. Out of their defensive end. Wrist shot by Sketcher. Esch turned it away. Philadelphia Flyers are going to change players. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets pushed by Recchi. Right in front. Across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Quick puck movement. Intercepted. Advances the puck. Over the blue line. Blake, wrist shot. He misses. Played across. A lateral pass. Brings it out. Over the line. Bowled over. Checked. Yashin. With a wrist shot. DiPietro reached out for the puck. And he covers up. The Flyers are one of the hardest working teams in this league.
Hey, whether they're up 9 goals or down 9, they're still relentless on the puck. They never take a shift off.
They're getting ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to the Islanders. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hit! And out they come with a puck. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Played over. A shot from the slot by Leclerc. He scores!
There's not much you could do to stop that one. That play was over before it even started.
Hanzus won the draw. DiPietro made the save. Over the blue line. Esch made the save. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets worked over by Martinez. DeMonte shoots the puck. Blake grabbed it. Through center. Thrashed. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Checked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets checked by Amonte. Turned over. Bowled over. Skating through center ice. Level. One times it. Esch turned the shot away. Hit. Brings it out. Over the line.
1 minute left in the third period.
Recchi. It's played up by a coin. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Knocked over.
That was a hard check.
Quick puck movement. Into the attacking zone. Played up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Pass to the point. He gets roughed up by Malakoff. Esch covers up for the whistle. He'll breathe a little easier now that he's on the score sheet with that one assist.
Well, maybe that'll loosen him up a bit. Sometimes that little bit extra confidence is all you need.
The players are lining up at the face-off circle. Primo wins the face-off. Brings it out. Over the line. Bowled over.
This is serious.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoved. Johnson taken out.
He got slammed into on that one.
Up along the boards. In front. Big hit. About to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Pekka. Brings it out. Over the line. Knocked down. That's it. Philadelphia has won it and ties up the series. From Uniondale, New York, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
Until next time, take care.
Goodbye.
You